GiveZ and version2.ai are solving nonprofit fundraising's biggest challenges by building the world's first fully autonomous fundraiser and digital gift documentation management system. This is Matt from MGMT Boston, and on this episode of The Lantern, we are with the Eyebot team. We have Matthias and Dr. Alex Martin from Eyebot, and we're here to talk about what they're building, a vision care startup from end to end, what they're excited about as we enter this spring, and a whole lot more. So, guys, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thanks for the spotlight. I'm Matthias. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Eyebot. With me is Alex Martin, our Chief Medical Officer. And so what you see here is actually our vision testing kiosk. It allows you to check your eyes very quickly and also get a prescription for new eyeglasses and contact lenses in just about 90 seconds of work.
A lot has happened to get you to this point, and this spring is certainly, one of the most exciting times that you have had at this company in terms of momentum. What are some of the highlights in terms of what you guys are excited about entering the deeper part of 2025? Things you would highlight in terms of milestones, et cetera.
Yeah, so actually starting in October, we launched our first units in collaboration with Zenni Optical. We also have other pilots currently in closed door that are moving out of pilot. So some really exciting things happening and releases that you're going to see this year. One big highlight here is actually that we've already crossed 20,000 vision tests since middle of October with the units that we put out in the last couple of weeks and months. And you're going to see that exam rate that we do, or the total exams that we do, skyrocket this year into the hundreds of thousands of exams per year done. This is something you would never be able to do with in-person exams simply because you can only do a certain amount of exams per day as a single person, and we can significantly, like 10x, 50x, increase that capacity.
And the mission behind Eyebot is super important in terms of why you guys are going to all of this effort to scale out, the hardware devices throughout the United States and probably beyond. Where does that come from?
Exactly. So the mission of Eyebot is to make vision care accessible to all, everywhere, equally. And the equally part is really the most important part of our mission statement. Actually, the lower third of income level in the United States is half as likely to go see a doctor than everybody else. And that's really driven by access. So lack of access to vision care, lack of access to doctors. There's simply not enough doctors in the United States to take care of everybody. In all of healthcare, that's true, but particularly true in vision care. So in fact, there are more doctors, eye doctors retiring today than they're coming out of a graduate school. And so our population is increasing and there's less eye doctors over time. So that gap just keeps growing. And so we are here to help with that problem.
And one thing I'd like to say about the gap as well is, for me as an eye doctor, seeing 30, 40 people a day, my wait list can still be 3 to 4 months depending on the season. So being able to find a solution that's going to help the other people that are waiting is super important to us.
No shortage of challenges and opportunities that come from building this company. So my question to you then is, what have you all learned from building Eyebot from your startup careers? What has that been like?
Yeah, so actually the history of this startup goes back really about 10 years, where one of the first things we built at a different company was smartphone-based exams. So meaning smartphone-based vision testing to get your eyes checked, but also get to prescriptions. The thing we learned doing that, it's really a user interface that never going to reach mass adoption. It's just too complicated for people to use. And it's also just never going to reach the accuracy level needed to get really high quality glasses. The big learning here is that we have to build everything from scratch, and we have to build a user interface that everybody can understand and use. And this is essentially a user interface that we've tested with soft launches and iteration over essentially 2.5 years, almost 3 years of pure R&D. And it's really accessible now for anyone in the age range of 14 years old to 99 years old, right? And we see the full gamut of age range be able to use this. You don't have to be a technical expert in anything. All you need to do is click a couple of buttons. It does all the work for you. It scans your eyes using safe infrared light, so you can just stand there relaxed. It does all the work. All of that happens actually in just about 90 seconds, so it's super easy to do.
We've tested this on thousands of patients in my clinic at this point. With the Eyebot kiosk, one of the things that we're doing is we're able to scan people's glasses, something called lensometry. We're able to do binocular autofraction. We have our own proprietary way to do that. And we're able to kind of build all this information together, send this information to a doctor, a teledoctor, to be able to actually craft a very accurate prescription.
And last but not least, Matthias and Alex, how can we help you in the community? What can the Boston startup ecosystem do to help you all grow?
Yeah, so one big thing for us this year is the company is expanding and growing quite significantly, most likely going to double our team size. So we're always looking for really brilliant people in the tech community. We're looking for more engineers, more managers, more product managers, designers, all sorts of people across the board, software engineers. So if you're looking for a place where you can join a very interesting mission that can help a lot of people, and also are looking for really hard technical challenges, then Eyebot may be the right place for you. So we'd love to hear from you.
A vision test in 90 seconds from the Eyebot team. Matthias and Alex, thank you so much for joining the Lantern.
Thanks so much for having us.